No offense to Jamaican people, but the culture is nuts. And let me break it down. The men, yeah, they were erratic, dancing, humping girls aggressively, dashing them everywhere, cussing out everyone cool. And the females, all they do is twerk up their ass and be hoes. I'm not racist, I got black friends, please.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the reason why many people are visiting Jamaica, and you see many people from other country are much interested in visiting Jamaica. And I need you to watch this compilation of video that shows and give you more information and give you more actions why people love to visit Jamaica. And that's the reason why you get Jamaican is a small country in Caribbean, but a lot of people are very much interested in visiting there, and they're very happy to staying at Jamaica. And you need to see this because it's very interesting and very attractive towards many people. See this video and I'll be back with more comments.
5 cultural shocks I suffer when I moved to Jamaica from Cuba. Hi, my name is Flor. I am Cuban and I live in Jamaica for 21 years now. And up to this day, me not stop for shock over them 5 cultural things here. Number 1, food for breakfast. Me say, come morning time, me could not believe me. I see where I come from, Cuba. Breakfast time is barely a little sip of coffee if you're lucky. If you are a little bit more privileged, you may have some cow's milk and maybe a little bread. Member say it's 21 years since me left, but this is what me remember about the Cuba I left behind. You see, when you reach a Jamaica now, me say boiled dumpling, me say liver, me say kidney, me say ackee and saltfish with dumpling and food, me say rice and peas and all the dinner and morning time. Up to this day, me not exaggerate, me not tell no lie. Me can't get over the fact that Jamaicans have a whole meal for breakfast. Number 2, manners and respect. Me don't know what was it about the Cuba me left behind, but we never did practice manners and respect. My grandmother always did tell me that manners and respect in Cuba died in 1959. You see, if you buck up on somebody, you just buck up on somebody and move. You say if it's morning time, you just wake up and move. You say if it's evening time, you just walk through and move. But you see, in a Jamaica now, in a Jamaica, you better practice your manners and respect. You have to say good morning. You have to say good evening. You have to say good night. If it's a night time and you know I go asleep, you still have to say good night. If you buck up on somebody, you have to say sorry. You have to say sorry. You have to say sorry. You better say sorry. Boy, me wish Cuba will take up back manners and respect. Number 3, eating out. You see the Cuba I left behind, going to restaurant? That was not in my vocabulary. The liquor restaurant that did exist were owned by the government, and let me tell you, you don't want to name that food there. Eating out for my family was almost like a taboo because we were so afraid that we will get sick. So every time we will travel to another province for health reasons, for whatever reason we carry our own food, we carry our own liquor buckle with juice and them thing there for eat, and you will not eat out because you don't know where them process them food, you don't know what did they in that food, and there was no guarantee that you will find food a road. But you see, Jamaica now, you just go a restaurant. You don't need no special occasion. Restaurant just dead. You have fast food restaurant, you have regular restaurant, you have cook shop, you have people that sell a roadside pan chicken and them thing there. A different culture this. Number 4, helper. I mean, no say everybody in Jamaica don't have no helper, but these are the 5 biggest cultural shocks I suffered as a Cuban moving to Jamaica. If you're new here, hi, my name is Flor. I am Cuban and I've been living in Jamaica for 21 years. And me still remember them 5 shockers here like it's today. Number 1, throwing the toilet paper in the toilet. Cuba is a very different place right now, but back in my days, you couldn't do that. First of all, we didn't even add toilet paper. We did use newspaper, and then you have the little basket beside the toilet, and then you would have put the paper in there. So me did put the toilet paper in the basket, and my mother-in-law had by mistake couple times. Number two, meat. When I went to Jamaica, I went to live with my mother-in-law, and she did have a helper. So the helper would have cook. And the first time I see the helper cooking, I swear, say, they might keep a welcome party for me. And I was like, oh my God, it looked like I missed the notice that they're keeping a welcome party. And then when dinner time come, miss everybody, I share them plate. And I'm like, no party, no, I keep again. And I asked my husband, and I say, you know, I keep party or something. He said, no, why you are asking? I said, but me, I see a pot full of meat in the stove. Like, what is that? And he said, no, that is how we cook here. I'm like, excuse me? You see, in my Cuba, the one that I was coming from, we cook a little tiny piece of meat and it's counted per person. Let's use an example of a chicken very quick. My family will slaughter a chicken at home. We take part of the chicken to make soup. That will be the 2 foot, the neck, and the intestines. The soup will be one meal. Another meal will be the leg and thigh them. And another meal will be the breast and the chicken back. 3 meals, 3 different meals out of one chicken. Me never adjust to them abundance them there. I was shocked. Number three, it was the lack of public display of love. Just see in Cuba, people are kiss, people are hug, people are make out, people are fill up one another in a public. People sometimes even in a public. And most time I did have to find myself holding back when I was in public with my husband. And every time, like if I kissed him or anything, I just felt like everybody was like, what are you doing? Get a room. You know, it was very uncomfortable. And 21 years later, after practicing that, I have found after visiting Colombia and Brazil, which are places where people do that, just like in Cuba, I feel like, boy, me really miss out in hug and kisses. Number four, Jamaicans bathe a morning time. In Cuba, nobody no do that. I am not saying it's because we are nasty people, but because we don't really have the resources, we don't have the water, we don't have soap, we bathe 2 times for the day. So in a Cuba, it's normal for a man to wake up a morning time, wash his face, and a woman wake up a morning time and she wash her face and she wash her and go about them business. Number five, and this was one of the biggest adjustments I had to make. And it was wearing a brassiere and just changing my general way of dressing. Jamaicans' way of dressing, Jamaicans' style is impeccable. I have been to many different countries and I have never seen anybody who dresses as well as a Jamaican does. And I am so glad and thankful that I adopted that type of that part of the culture, because my IG name is Flor Cubana, that style, thanks to Jamaica. I literally went to Jamaica without a brassiere. I never did wear one to begin with. One of the first type of shopping that my mother-in-law took me to was to buy underwear. She's like, do you want to go shopping? I said, I couldn't even say yes. And she's like, let's.
The nationality is there too, you know, because I agree with you. You can't necessarily call him full Jamaican, but when you look on that, the culture
No,
imprint
but
on
I
him.
still think the guy you talking about, I still think you could call him Jamaican. Because he grew up in Jamaica, he influenced by the culture. He's Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about somebody would say like, oh, one of my parents is from Jamaica, and one of them is
From Europe.
from Europe, so I'm half Jamaican. It's like you're not half Jamaican. Jamaican is a nationality.
Guys, welcome back. I believe that you're seeing the compilation of the videos that I've really shown. You see the way the lady is really happy and is very much interested in Jamaican, because the things that he's seeing in Jamaican, he said that he's a Ghana lady from Ghana, and you see the way she's saying the things that is going on in Jamaica makes her to feel at home, makes her to feel like, oh no, I've never seen these things, I've never experienced this thing. This is the first time that I'm coming to a country that they cook a whole chicken and they finish it in the same day. But in their country, they used to like soup and the chicken. Those are two meals that they are supposed to take for 2 days, and that was very bad about their country. And that's the reason why she said that, oh no, I just have to stay in Jamaican is a country that is full of its own things, and the way they do their things is very wonderful. You see, also you say that you can go with your man in walk with your partner anywhere, enjoying yourselves, and nobody questions you. But in their country, they used to fear, they used not to do, they don't have that freedom walking around and doing their own things in freely. But in Jamaica, they have that freedom, and that's the reason why she really loves the Jamaican. Also, when you hear the way the food and the way they visit the hotel and other places. In their country, they are not allowed to eat everywhere. They used to carry their own food, their own water, their own things so that they can have it. But in Jamaica, you can go to any restaurant, you can have their meal, and their meals are so sweet. You enjoy the meal, you enjoy the environment, you have the freedom to do anything that you want. And that's the best thing that you can see and be encouraged and being motivated to visit the Jamaican. Jamaican is a Caribbean country that has a small country, but when it comes to famous, when it comes to doing the good deeds, Jamaican becomes number one. Jamaican become the top up. Jamaican become the country that most of the people, you see that people from Arabs visit Jamaica, people from USA visit Jamaica, people from Africa visit Jamaica. Why? Because of the good deeds, because of the love that Jamaican has. When you come to the music of Jamaican, they're doing a good job that motivates a lot, that encourage a lot. You see, like, okay, Bob Marley died long time ago, but still is reggae music. Still, you hear it from the Jamaicans. They say that we need to spread this thing. We need to spread because it tells and shows and give you the reason why you should listen to it more and more, because they need to promote that unity, that love, that peace. And that's the reason why you get it's becoming so famous. When you hear the hip hop also, the hip hops give message. They have a lot of message that many people need to hear from it, and that's the reason why you get it becoming so famous. They are so famous countrywide, and that's the reason why other countries should also learn from the Jamaican, because it's a country that shows and gives out many reasons why we should love each other, why should we be together and treat each other with love and care. Also, when you come to the things that they are doing, definitely they are doing things that are good and encourage a lot. They don't choose that you are a black people, you are white people, you are no. You're being treated with love, with care. The same treatment that they will give to the white person, the same treatment they will give to the black person, the same treatment that they will give to the person from other countries, the same treatment that they'll give to their own people. And that's the reason why you get a lot of people interested, and they have many reasons, and they give you more information that you need to visit their country. And that's why I must visit also the Jamaican, because it's a vibe. They have good vibes. They have a lot of things that is very influential. You see, when you dream of visiting the ocean, beautiful oceans, in Jamaican they experience it daily, and that's one thing that other countries should also have to try and make their own, because that motivates a lot and encourage a lot. You see, they grow daily, but other countries, you see that they don't grow because they don't have that unity. You need to have that unity. You need to have that one love. As the motto goes, one love. Don't forget to subscribe, share my video, like my video, and if you support me, definitely I'll support you also. Support me in this cause we need to grow together and achieve a lot. See you in my next video. Enjoy your day and be always spread one love. Bye bye.